Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the football first here. Well, the energy of this building, Chris, is just going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, living in a bon temps brûlée. Let the good times roll.
And really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've...
Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this in the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence in the defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
Backed up here, second and long from the 15. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching in your head. You had him at second and forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's third down. You better make up for it right here.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Here's the second down play. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The pass rush closing in. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the sophomores got him for a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. On the return, it's Shaw. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So Florida's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. This one is incomplete, right in the back corner of the end zone.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route with him. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Receiver in motion now. Handoff here from the shotgun. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
Oh, man. You have a good play dialed up and a great chance at yards, and it goes right through his hands. That'll drive the offensive coordinator in the booth absolutely crazy.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he scores. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. The first play of the drive now from the 25. There's the handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. Here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Receiver makes the grab. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. We'll give it to the running back. Powering through. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? He's running out of time here. And a sophomore making an impact play.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. The Florida offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On first down, it's play action. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The Gators line up with a first and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kirk.
Well, I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Behind the line, it's a loss of 2.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical into line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He finds the running back in the flat. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded with not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit. Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. Oh, and he's got some space here. He's a dangerous returner. Found a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. The Gators offense retakes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, and they keep it going. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They're going to run it. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Makes a quick grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The Gators are in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. The offense threatening now. 1st and goal. Same tailback, another carry. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And they're trying to punch it in here. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Tack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time. Looking to put together a positive drive here. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Curse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter.
Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Puts downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that 1st down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the 1st down.
The Buckeyes will have to kick this away. And he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and pass, kept the defense off balance and route to a touchdown. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Just ran away from the defense. And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to his receiver, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback had plenty of time, but ultimately just couldn't take advantage of it.
Completion makes it second down. Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's a quick grab. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. The Buckeyes come up to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Snags the quick throw. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
And he lofts one deep over the middle. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Second and 10 here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
And the wideout goes in motion. Ball handed off. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. With the return, it's Shaw. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And the Florida offense retakes the field. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback looking to scramble. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
This defense is so caught up in defending this pass game. I think here they just completely forgot about this guy's ability to run the football. Good, solid gain, and he gets out of bounds.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. False start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. The Gators come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They go backwards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate who'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Gators offense retakes the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
They look to throw it here on second down. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Grab down the middle. It's Manning. Brought down, but broken tackle produced a solid gain there.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
We'll see what he can do with the return. The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
He's asleep.
Offense gets a second chance after the roughing the punter penalty. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Wideouts now clustered. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Fires it on the move. And the ball is picked off. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Looking for his big tight end. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Now it's second down here. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Using his legs here. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Brought down to the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes a quick catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Running out of time in the pocket. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And it's good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And now the handoff. Fights through the tackler. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. An inside give now from the shotgun. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for big gain.
The Gators pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. We've played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Extending the play now. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, to keep this drive moving.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Boy, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception on the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not sitting back and resting on their laurels.
And the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
Bringing it back, it's Shaw. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. First down here for this offense.
Let's go!
Here comes a handoff. Oh, what a move.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock and trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Using his legs, it's Shaw. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
And the Gators pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Cricket.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
And that's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
We'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.